Hi guys, this is Daryl with Lee's Lawn Services. Um, Hope you guys are having a great day today. It is Thursday. Um, just wanted to touch base with you a little bit. I didn't get a chance to finish the video the other day with the garden. I did the garden. It came out great. Um, Reason for that was uh, I wound up finishing that garden, and I went home and when I got to my apartment complex, they had a lot of police around it. So it was kind of unique because my complex is pretty quiet. There's not a whole lot that goes on back there, and had a situation where some one guy got shot and one guy was in custody. Well, come to find out, about a week prior to that, I I met those guys because I went to the mailbox to get my mail, and I seen them and they were moving some stuff, in and out of a U-Haul, and they spoke, like normal people and things of that nature, and we just had a friendly conversation about moving, and the guy was talking. He was like, "Yeah, man, you don't know how big of an expense it is until you start moving stuff." And that's what he was just telling me while I was getting my mail. I said, "Yeah," I said, "It's a big expense." I said, "Because you move in, you don't have much, and then when you move out, you have so much stuff. You're trying to figure out where you got all this stuff from. It's just over time you just accumulate more and more stuff." And then I said, "Yeah," I said, "Then when that friend asks you to help," I said, you say you give that friend some help. Yeah, I'll help you move until you find up your friends going up and down steps with sofas and refrigerators and all, and you're like, man, I need to rethink. I should have not took this deal, because it would have been a rough deal. But because of the friend, you do it, But after seeing what the circumstances are, and the situation is, you're like, man, I should have thought better of that, And so we kind of laughed and joked it off, and I went about my way. Well, when I got home that day, like I said, they had police cars all around, and I'm like, man, I don't get no, we don't get much back here. And so, come to find out, the apartment that I passed when I was going to get my mailbox was the same apartment that those two guys were moving stuff in and out of. And one guy was in the hospital from being shot, and the other guy was in custody. And I'm like, man, that's kind of crazy because my complex is literally like down the street from the sheriff's office. So there's next to nothing that typically happens over there. Now, when I first moved in, they had a little incidents over there, and it got resolved. I mean, I was thinking, I'm like, damn, this was this was 3 years ago. They had a little incident, and like they come there like instantly, and they had a situation, but they cleaned it up, and I hadn't had any issues since then that I know of. I had maybe an issue or two after that, but nothing, nothing drastic or dramatic, and not something that where they come in there constantly. Because if they were coming there constantly, then I would probably move. And I had looked at some other places too, that overlooks the water and all. Those places are very, very expensive. So I don't know. I don't know. That might be something I might look at though, because I like being comfortable. I want to be in a spot where I'm comfortable, and I'm comfortable where I'm at right now. I'm very comfortable. Um, if I got to move, then I'm gonna move over directly over some water. That's the goal. Will that happen? I don't know, but that is the goal. I like to overlook the water. It's just a calming feeling. But yeah, it's just that day was just it just had a weird vibe to that day, and I still did okay. I still kept, I always keep positive energy around me, regardless of whatever situation, I always stay positive, keep that good energy around you because it'll bring, it'll bring good things in return, and my work's definitely picking up. Everything's going great with work. When work picks up, more money flows in. It's easier to do jobs. When you got a nice, comfortable flow of money coming in. It just makes everything so much easier. And then, you don't have to work as hard. So, which is another good thing. So it just makes things a whole lot better. But sometimes you got to look around and you got to thank God. You like to say, Lord, thank you for the opportunity. And the things that we get the chance to do. And you thank God again for being in front of you. And steering your path and leading you in the right directions. That type of thing. So just be thankful for those things, man, because just as well as those things happen to other people, those things could happen to you as well, and it's a blessing that you've been steered away from stuff like that, but you've been shown that, and to show you that what can potentially happen to you, if you were in a situation like that, and that's kind of what that is. It's an eye opener, and it's a time where you're thankful that you're not in that situation, but you never forget what happened to somebody else in a situation like that. So you try to steer clear of stuff like that, and it's to me, man, it's a blessing for me because I work for myself, and I'm very happy about that, and you have your ups and downs regardless of what you're doing, no matter what, you know. And I'm also happy that that a lot of these places, even though that the minimum wage thing didn't get passed, um, a lot of places are up in their salary per hour, which is cool. It's like 7.25 or something like that. At a couple of places, they got that they're upping it to 10, $12 an hour. Well, I pay my guys when they come out with me, I pay my guys like $10 an hour. So I mean, not $10 an hour. I pay them $10 a yard. We go out and we knock out. I ask them if they want, either the yard or the hourly rate, and it's I let them decide that, and a lot of them want the yard rate because if we say we knock out 2 yards in under an hour, they're gonna get paid more versus that $110, and we may knock out 2 or 3 yards in an hour, depending on the situation. So they take that option, which is fine. I don't have an issue with it because I'm getting paid on every yard anyway, so it's no big deal for me. So I offer that, and that's kind of how it is. But I tell you what, we have beautiful weather, man. It is hot. It is hot out here. Just got some ice, and got some water, so I'm good to go for the day. I got a huge job at these properties I just showed up to. There's one property in particular. I got to do the gutters. I got to cut the grass, and she has a pile of pine cones in the back. I went and bought a rake. I had a rake, but that thing was falling apart. So I went and bought another rake, and I bought some more trash bags so I can pick up the pile. She wants me to haul it away, and she's gonna pay me a little extra to do that. So just from her yard alone, just doing all the extra work that I got to do for her, it's probably gonna be about $100. just from her. And that's not counting the other two properties I got to do connected to her. And I have the property right here as well, and another property around the corner, which is connected as well. But I'm not doing them today because they are huge properties, and I schedule them on a different day, and I don't want to overwork myself. So that's another thing you got to take into consideration when you're working out here. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to overwork yourself, because that could be hazardous to your health, overworking yourself out here. And it's very, very easy to do. So I definitely don't suggest that you do that. But I'm about to get on it, get to work. I'm starting off kind of late. It's about 10 o'clock. I usually try to start a little earlier, but I had to, run and pick up some stuff and had to do a few things before, you get this preparation before you go to work, and that's kind of what it was today. So you got to get prepared so you can, tackle the task at hand, and that's kind of what that is. All right, guys, that's my time for today. Hey, God is good all the time, every time. You guys stay blessed, stay hydrated. It's getting hot. You see I'm sweating already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.